hot dog. A diggity dog. Welcome, dear friends. Here we are. 15 cases of past lives. What a joy. You have lived many lives. Me too. Carol too. Yes, Carol is here.
Hello, eternal friends. It's great to be united with you once again.
Yes, Carol, you're right. And, we are here in this beautiful Saturday night live. Saturday night live with the spirits and the spiritists and the non-spiritists, everyone. You see, Shane? Carol is already here, so just connect. Let me attempt to invite our dear friend here. Okay, and here we have, I'm just posting here for other friends, all right? And we are here live. Yes, welcome. 15 past lives from the book originally published. Hechos que prueban, Spanish. Then the full translation to Portuguese, Reencarnação e Vida. Then Luis Rivas, he selected 15 cases and did another version titled 15 Vidas Passadas. The book is already translated. Yep. And soon we're going to be able to release to you through the efforts of other friends. Yes, Shane Martin, Carlos Diaz, and others of us helping this effort. The book's translated. Can you believe it? The good spirits are in a rush. They want more. And we say, we do too. Right, Carol?
Right.
We want more, right? And today, it's the case of the obsessing grandmother. When you think of a grandmother, you think, oh, she's so loving and kind. Yeah, but there are grandmothers and grandmothers. And this one is a mad grandmother. No, don't turn off. Don't go away. It's a true case. Why? Why was this grandmother different? What happened? You want to know? Yes, Carol?
Yes.
Me too. Me 3, me 4, me 5. Yes. So let's say hi to the beautiful community. Valeria made it. Valeria, big hug to you. Shane Martin is here. Thank you, Shane, for your help. Ceissa is here. Thank you, Ceissa. Karina, beautiful Karina. Andrea Torres, how are you? Our dear Les Severo is here. And hello, Eric and Danny. How are you? And Adilson, how are you? Andrea, what a beautiful emoticons and the flowers and the hearts. It's never too much. Thank you. Don't tell me you're having problems there, Karina. I hope you solve it fast. Jailton, how are you? Angelita, how is everything? Sunshine, got your email? Working on it. Thank you. Francisco, welcome. Rudy here, present, super present, and you are present. Yes. Ready, friends? Ready, Carol?
Ready.
We are ready. Okay. This case, unfortunately, talks about things that actually happen. It happens, friends. It happens. Grandmothers are humans. They have their emotional issues, right? Paula, how are you? Okay. All right. So here we begin with Amália Domingo Soler. Adorable as she is, she says, among the people who visit her, there was a person who called my attention. Her name was Theodora Ortiz. She was well educated and a Christian spiritist. She promised to write to Amalia when she arrived in her house. And the report says the following. That's the letter that Amalia received from Theodora. Amalia, you must remember the day we met, when I told you about a strange sensation as if I were being persecuted. Have you ever felt this way? The spirit that carried out this persecution was my husband's grandmother. Okay? Look at this. And then it says, who discarnated 13 or 14 years ago. In the third year after her discarnation, I began to feel the effect of her hatred towards me. Since then, I have continued to feel her with incredible tenacity, striking me morally and physically, and even interfering with my material life. It was such a difficult phase that if I had not been fortunate enough to get to know Spiritism and to get in touch with good Spiritists, certainly with these terrible blows that this spirit causes me, I would have succumbed without successfully passing the test. Fortunately, we have the support of the good invisible friends who have offered us their valuable help, which we all need. I forgot to tell you that when things went very bad, my daughter Inés, who discarnated when she was about 2 years old, she came to help me. It is known that Inés, my daughter who died, is a spirit of great elevation, since her presence causes the rebellious spirit that haunts me to withdraw, giving me strength to forgive and even want the good of my persecutor. Having written this short story of what has been happening to me, I venture to ask you, Amalia, a favor, which will make me eternally grateful. When you have the opportunity, please consult your spirit guide of your mediumistic works to see if they can tell you what exists between me and the spirit. What is between me and the grandmother of my husband? What is the cause in our past that generates the effect of such a sad, distressing gift? I think it's useless to say that my request is not out of childish curiosity, none of it. If I ask, it is the desire I have to progress and be at peace with this poor spirit. If I can, I'll be very happy. No more suffering. Okay, so that's the request. So think about this. The grandmother of her husband, discarnates. 3 years later, she starts feeling the presence of this spirit harassing her very aggressively, interfering with all aspects of life, physical, moral, financial, everything. It's been more than 10 years through that experience, and Theodora's daughter, who discarnated when she was 2, actually is coming to help her and gives Theodora relief. What is the story between these 3 people? But think about this. What's curious in this case is that the grandmother of the husband is assaulting the woman. Think about the grandmother of your husband or of your wife. I'm not saying they're doing something bad, But often we think the family of our partners have nothing to do with us. And we're mistaken. We're not living too close probably, but we have probably stronger connections than we can imagine. For the good or for bad, I don't know. It depends. Hello, Sueli. Hello, Patricia. A big hug to Tiago too. Now, the other aspect is for us to think about why she discarnates and only 3 years later she starts harassing. Why do you think that is happening? Because between her discarnation and the first 3 years, she was in the state of disturbance. When she regained, like, the lucidity in a way, then she made a choice. Some make a choice to pray and be rescued, go to the hospitals, the colonies, etc. Others, no. The first thing that they actually realize are the people whom they have something to demand from. You may be asking, what can I do not to fall in that trap? You know what you can do? Ask yourself right now. Hello, Lucy. And so, ask yourself, when you have free time in your daily life, what are the first thoughts that you cherish? You know those days when you have a little bit free time? I know, not every day, right, Carol?
Right.
Some days you may have free time. And some people, when they have free time, they sit on the couch or lay down on the couch, and their minds are like, ooh, swirling around. What? Beautiful things? No. They're thinking about, in Portuguese we would say, na morte da bezerra, which means they're thinking nothing. They're just like, oh, that person, I think that person is doing this. You know, I wonder why that person is doing that. And nowadays people browse Facebook and like this, that, and the other. And there's often a few people who are in your target, under your radar. If we discarnate today, it will be not any different. So we need to empower ourselves and think just right now. Prepare ourselves so we don't fall in the traps of this grandmother. Now, Amália Domingo Soler makes comments regarding it. When she receives the letter, she's so kind. She said, Theodora's letter left me quite impressed. What a touching story. And she didn't even realize that she was a medium, a clairvoyant, because she could see the spirit. And so many mysteries. And faced with the suffering of a family, I did not hesitate to ask the invisible friends about why Theodora suffered so much. And what did the spirit say? Is this a mystery to be solved? We know mysteries don't exist, but just plain. Why? Why is Theodora suffering this spiritual harassment? What we call obsession. You want to read more about obsession? Read chapter 23 of the Medium's book by Kardec. Or you can read other books by André Luiz, for example, through Chico Xavier. From Nosso Lar to the Messengers, Missionaries of the Light, Between Heaven and Earth, Liberation, In the Realms of Mediumship, Sex and Destiny, and Life Goes On. All of André Luiz's books, they show to us the behind the scenes of obsession. Right, Rita Di Cassia, and we get to know what it is. So, to answer your question correctly, says the Spirit Guide, we have to elucidate a series of communications about the trajectory of Theodora and the current grandmother. For today, let us limit ourselves in telling you the following. So in one previous life, there was a court of the Holy Office, Inquisition. We're talking about Inquisition here. And one of the most powerful judges was this man. It doesn't say the name here. And at the time, Theodora was a beautiful, very beautiful woman. She was about to join a very worthy man in marriage. But before receiving the nuptial blessing, she went confessing her innocent sins to the fearsome inquirer, this man who belonged to the church, and he was an inquisitor. And she went there to confess, and this man, when he saw her, he completely lost his reason and swore to make her his own. So here is Theodora in a previous life, very beautiful woman, about to get married. She goes and talks to, like, confession, and this man, he sees her and he wants her for himself. These are primitive beings, right? These instincts of possession, of attachment. And this is the type of spirit we're talking about. And when Theodora withdrew, the groom went to the confessionary and knelt before the same inquisitor. The inquisitor used his cunning to cover off Theodora's immaculate honor with infamy. So he slandered Theodora to make the man, quit the marriage. But it didn't work because they loved one another, and the man knew that Theodora was an angel. The two lovers exchanged their impressions about the inquisitor and immediately tried to hasten the wedding because they saw that he was trying to block them from getting married. And before they could do so, however, Theodora was accused of heresy and violently snatched from her parents' house. But her fiancé was a very influential man, and he put all his power at stake. He used large sums of money to buy unscrupulous jailers. Theodora managed to escape the prison, and they both fled the country, where they finally got married. So Theodora and the man got married, and they escaped because they saw that the inquisitor was trying to block their way. But the inquisitor, when he got to know, he went mad. He was very angry. And meanwhile, Theodora was very happy with her husband, but she could not return to Spain until she learned that the inquisitor was dead. And in the spiritual realm, he became harassing. He started harassing Theodora. Well, after everybody discarnated in their life, the spirits, they just show us highlights. They say that they programmed a new reincarnation and to live under the same roof. The inquisitor is the husband's grandmother. No. Yes. The inquisitor, the man who loved Theodora, now is the husband's grandmother. Theodora's husband's grandmother. When Theodora married, her grandmother, the grandmother of her husband, didn't like her at all. Have you ever experienced this by any chance? I did. In the past. No, not now. In the past. The grandmother left the earth in great disturbance, slow to realize that she had discarnated. That's why it took her 3 years. And when she observed that she was there, she redoubled her hatred totally attached to matter, she did all the harm she could. Can you believe it? Theodora's husband, in the previous existence, in this new incarnation, is Inês, Theodora's daughter. Pause. What, Vanessa? No. What is it again? Pause. In a previous life, Theodora escaped the Inquisitor and married the love of her life. That husband reincarnates as Theodora's daughter. Oh man, does that exist? We change roles. Yesterday, we were studying the case in which husband and wife in this life were father and son in a previous life. This is the reverse. We're talking about mother and daughter in this life who were husband and wife in a previous life. I'm going to repeat. Yesterday we studied a case in which the husband and wife in this life were father and son in a previous life. Today we're studying a new case in which the mother and the daughter in this life, in a previous life, they were husband and wife. Whoa. Amália Domingo Soler, thank you very much. That's why we need to practice looking at everyone as immortal spirits. You look at your husband or your wife first and foremost as immortal spirits. Because in the next reincarnation we may come back as in different roles. Or even as friends, hopefully. If that happens, it's good. You did a good job. Because you really became friends. Before we're husband and wife, we need to be treating each other as brother and sister, brother and brother, sister and sister. It doesn't matter the sexual orientation here. Okay? What is important is to practice that immortal look. Look at the person whom you love in the eye and say, you are a child of God like me. Above any role we play in this life to each other, we're brother and sister, we're brother and brother, sister and sister. That is sacred. That is sacred. Right, Carol McIlvain and Fred Gouveia? Don't be surprised, friends, because these cases are really good news. They're telling us to cherish our true nature, the divine nature, above and beyond temporary roles, including the fact that we are in the body of a man, in the body of a woman. Sacred as it is, it's not the most important part. Do you dedicate yourself more to the people who are in your blood ties? Because that's called materialism. No, but Vanessa, that's fame. No, that's materialism. Yeah. Jesus, he was diligent with his family and the universal family the same. When you read the Book of News, you've never heard that he gave like VIP passes to his mother. Have you heard of this? No. No, but it's my mother. Come on, Peter. A seat for my mom. When he appeared in spiritual body first, he didn't appear to the mom, to the disciples. He appeared to Mary Magdalene. All of his accounts show to us that there's no excuse to treat anybody different. Vanessa, that's revolutionary, but that's the revolution of the heart. Right? Revolution of the heart. That's why we keep singing. I am a child of God. You are a child of God. We've reincarnated to learn to do good, and the good, and solely the good, nothing else but the good. So we need to think, will I devote my time more because it's my father or my mother, or my brother and my sister, my uncle or my aunt, or just like Jesus, I'll give my time to everyone? Right? Funny, Matt Kahn, yes, is that how it is? Speaks the love revolution. There you go, we're in sync. It's universal. I don't know him, Sunshine, but thank you. Solange, how are you? Right? No, but there's more. Hold on. The Spirit wants to say more. Here I'm reading from the Spirit Guide of Amália Domingos Soler. He's saying that the husband of Theodora in a previous life is her daughter in this life who discarnated, and she helped her mother greatly, okay, and giving her strength to this horrible persecution. Theodora, in the spirit of her daughter Inés, must work tirelessly to make the inquisitor of yesterday understand his true state, advising him, exhorting him, and forgiving him for all his offenses. Right, Rudy? He is a mad obsessor, to whom they must heal and from whom they should have compassion towards. In another communication, I will tell you something else about Theodora's story, a strong and dignified and courageous spirit. If she sinned on the night of time, then came to heroism and sacrifice to defend her honor. She knew how to suffer. Now, what she needs is to know how to forgive and then to love her enemies. All good things she will acquire because she has goodwill and the desire to be good. This is new to us. Usually people feel obsessed. They're like, oh, please get rid of it. And the Spirit Guide of Amália is saying, tell Theodora that both her daughter, who is in the spiritual realm, and her, they need to keep working on that soul. So talk to the Spirit who is obsessing you, for God's sakes. No, Vanessa, should I talk in a mediumistic meeting? No, talk from your heart. Say, please, aren't you tired? You could be doing so much better elsewhere. Forgive me and I forgive you. Pray. The Gospel according to Spiritism has beautiful prayers, a collection of prayers in its last chapter. The Gospel according to Spiritism. And the last prayers is a set of prayers for those who are experiencing obsession. For the obsessors, the ones who are being obsessed, the family members of the obsessed people. Pray, 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 pray. Wish them best and the best. And pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. You want to do this right now? We can do this right now. Right, Rosa Maria? Yes, we can. Visualize. Remember Emmanuel saying, visualize the good? Let us breathe in and out. Close your eyes. No matter where you are, unless you're driving. But breathe in and out. And let's pray for those who persecute us. Together. Dear Mother, Father God, please shower upon them, those who persecute us, a shower of healing love, so they feel loved and accepted. We ask for forgiveness, but we also forgive. all those who have trespassed against us. May they feel the embrace of your sacred heart and know that they are also children of God. Oh, dear spirits who persecute us, you have your reasons, and we don't dispute. And we apologize for our thoughtlessness, even cruelty in the past. May today we be more thoughtful, more caring, more compassionate. But free yourselves from our own limitations. We free you and the shackles that unite us. May we transform in ties of love. May rays of love connect us forever. And may our dear Father, Mother God, grant us opportunity to repair with your heart, within your heart, the wounds we have created. You deserve to be happy. You deserve a better life, a life fulfilled by love. Thank you, God, for your mercy, for your kindness, and so be it. Friends, that's exactly how the Spirit guide ends. That instead of expelling those who persecute us, we should embrace them in compassion. We should embrace them with persistent love. Persistent love. We need to be persistent in our loving features. Recharge, recompose, and then keep loving. Never give up. Don't give up. Give in. Give in to the call. Right, Andrea? Yes, we pray. And Amalia finishes by saying, wow, how many shadows hides the past. Blessed are the spiritists. You feeling the blessings of Amalia? Right, Carol?
Yes.
Who can tear the veil of reincarnation and are thus enabled to contemplate the brightness of tomorrow's sun. Blessed 1,000 times are the communications from beyond the grave. Humanity no longer walks blindly. See, glimpsing to the east the sun of truth. Amália Domingo Soler. She's the sun of these days for us. What a loving heart, sharing with us the beauty of life. Life continued every day. Let us heal the wounds of our connections with many people and rejoice always. Rejoice, forgive, forget, begin anew. Always beginning anew, always beginning anew, always beginning anew. Right? So what is the homework, you may be asking? Revisit your relationships with your family. You know, let me show you something here. These are pins, magnets, okay? Pin magnets. See, they connect. This is our homework. Revisit the people who are in your life. If you feel something, don't dismiss, pray for them. It's very likely that we are connected from previous lives and God granted us opportunities to change the roles, but to rehearse this work of persistent love. So that's what we're being called, to persist in love. You ready? Yes? Because all we need is love. All we need is love. Love is all we need. Bye, friends. Have a beautiful night of work, service, learning, wherever you are. If you're going to sleep, remember, sleep is a beautiful time to work more, to serve more, to learn more, and to boost your reincarnation. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Jacob, Caroline, beautiful friends. And until tomorrow, when we're going to study another spicy case, many past lives. Thank you, Rudy.